Hello everyone and welcome back to my Destiny reaction series. My name is Tara and I'm catching up on the story of Destiny before the final Shapes release. Today we're reacting to Season of the Haunted, and after Base Witch Queen and Season of the Risen, it really feels like we're in a high point of Destiny's storytelling. All of this has been really enjoyable and I cannot wait to get into more. So let's get right in.
It is the beginning of the end. A dormant herald of the collapse stirs in its lunar tomb. Where once we banished the nightmares, a new terror rouses them from their slumber. Calus.
Hang on, are we finally gonna know who that robed statue is in so many of these different pyramids? Also, Calus mentioned!
The Emperor of the Cabal, betrayed by his own daughter and cast into exile. Now obsessed with a voice calling to him from within the darkness.
He is obsessed with the witness.
But we will not cower in fear of nightmares. We will do as Guardians have always done. We will rise to meet the enemy and confront our darkest fears with open eyes.
Was that Moon? Where are we?
Vanguard reconnaissance up Midas is go. Guardian, the exiled Emperor Calus has anchored his ship off the moon. Caiatl's fleet is holding a perimeter. Eris Morn, our subject expert and lunar field agent, will oversee your mission.
Calus, my disgusting hedonistic boy, I'm so excited to see you again.
Shortly after the Leviathan's arrival, it emitted a disruptive frequency.
We assumed the broadcast was comms interference.
But then the pyramid responded. I believe a connection has been made. Your task is to confirm that notion and assess the danger.
Okay, so up until this point, I assumed that Calus and the Witness were working directly together for a while now, but perhaps this is the moment where they're going to solidify him as part of the Witness's army, I wonder?
The House of Calus falls to rot.
Holy. It's just like the Glycon.
Loyalists have abandoned their posts. Ikora has spoken of these fungal growths before, in reference to the derelict Cabal cruiser, Glycon Volatus.
Yeah.
This does not bode well. This is not the way. Do you see the phantoms?
Yeah.
Strange that they have left the moon. They were generated by the lunar pyramid, dredged trauma like scorch marks lifted from a ruin.
So then why would they be on the Leviathan?
Is the entire vessel infested? More phantoms, congregating around something.
Okay, one thing I'm confused about right now. The infestation on the Glycon was due to Sivu Arath's influence, right? All that rot and plant growth was Sivu Arath. But Calus is closely connected to the pyramids and the Witness. How does Sivu Arath's plant-like stuff tie into all this, I wonder? Or was that always from the pyramid and not Sivu Arath?
On the moon, phantoms and nightmares alike were attracted to remnants of light, refracting them into weaponized projections of fear and doubt. Vines fused to spine and skull,
Oh, God.
stimulating brain activity. An experiential perpetuity, endlessly feeding the egregore.
Oh, it's so gross.
Eris, do you see her?
Zavala?
Don't let her go.
Who was that? Nightmare of Sophia. Who's Sophia?
I have seen your kind before. You seek oblivion.
This could be a trap.
It's not. Pursue this lead.
It's spooky.
Proceed with caution.
It's so creepy. One thing that I was pleased about with Presage is it was really like a horror game. It was really spooky. So it seems like they've gotten that tone back with this. Ew.
She's gone.
Nightmares exploit a target's vulnerabilities. They do not make contact at random. But I do not believe this is the Guardian's nightmare.
Whose nightmare is it then?
Stow your weapons! That Cabal radiates foul energy. Keep from sight. Destroy the Arc Conduit. You've been seen! Move!
Was this like a stealth mission? This seems so cool.
Come and see.
Egregore spores open one's consciousness to darkness, allowing passage through fungal barriers. Agitate the pod and coat yourself, but take care. We do not know what else lurks in that shared abstraction.
When you see, you will know what must be done.
When you see, you will know what must be done. Oh, they love to speak cryptically, eh?
That door leads to Calus's throne. The helm's instruments detect it is radiating pyramid resonance.
She's guiding us to Calus.
Interesting. Not real Calus, right? One of his many, many robots, I would imagine.
One of Calus's contraptions.
God, it's so Five Nights at Freddy's.
It is time to leave. Hold fast. I will retrieve you. Something has placed itself between us. I cannot reach you.
Uh-oh. Loyalist Colossus.
Guardian. Run!
Get it out of there. I love seeing all of this rot on his ship. It's so, I don't know, like grungy and interesting. And the purple colors are really nice.
I'm calling in your ship. Move! The lunar pyramid stirs to the Leviathan's call. It manifests our deepest regrets. They wear familiar faces and speak with familiar voices.
Remember your last advice.
Zavala looked really pained there. Do you think this ghost of Sophia had something to do with him?
Zavala, you trust this one's judgment?
I can bind these nightmares to us, grant us safe passage through the ship.
Hive magic. You would doom us all.
I know what I'm asking you to confront.
Oh.
Do you?
The rules have bent around us. We must also bend.
Madness.
Okay, the way that she touched his arm there, as saying that she could help, it's definitely someone connected to Zavala, for sure.
Witchcraft plays right into my father's hands. Find someone else for your ritual.
Your regrets will follow you, Empress. Let me offer protection.
My armor is protection enough. I will lead the charge. You need only follow.
I love Caiatl. I can't say that enough. Interesting. I wonder what the connection is.
No matter what happens, do not break the circle. This will anchor our offerings. Now,
that Crow?
tithe your weight.
We get a Crow and Caiatl episode in Season of the Risen, and we get another Crow and Caiatl episode immediately afterwards? Dude, I feel like I'm being spoon-fed my favorite meal right now.
To the crown.
My heart, from a time long past.
My heart from a time long past.
My memory, from one life to the next.
Song of Sothona, your words are mine to command. Bolog, Ayat.
Eris!
Chords plucked in offered throats find chorus. Echoes once dissonant, exhumed, find harmony in binding flesh. It burdens. It burdens. It burdens until the choir relents, accepting.
I just got chills. Was that Cade? I assumed it would be Uldren. I need to go look.
It burdens.
Oh, I can't make out who it is. Is that Cade or is that old Uldren, I wonder?
Until the choir relents.
I think I see a horn. That was really cool. Very creepy. Interesting that it was Sathona as well, the name that she invoked. Ew, it's pulsing. Ew.
We are bound.
Is that Ghaul?
It is done. We are inexorably bound to the power of this hive artifact. And
Was the Crown of Sorrow in the background? I was too busy looking at everything else going on.
to one another. The Crown of Sorrow was once forged by Savathun's hand, designed as a psychic prison, binding the mind of its bearer to her will.
Oh.
Now it serves a new witch. You have become a reaper of darkness, dooming slain nightmares to imprisonment within the crown. Calus has begun to forge a bond between the Leviathan and the dormant pyramid buried on the moon.
Yikes.
I do not yet know why or how.
Probably trying to wake up another disciple like Rolk was.
But with enough imprisoned nightmares, I can use their essence to invoke a ritual to sever those connections Calus is forging.
Okay.
For now, return to the Leviathan and seek out concentrations of these new nightmares. Destroy them and bind them to the crown. As I warned Zavala, nightmares wear familiar faces and speak with familiar voices. They manifest our darkest fears. You will assist Crow when it comes time to perform the first severance ritual.
Our deepest nightmares? I thought it would be his past life. I think it's Cade. Oh no, I'm not ready to see a Cade ghost.
We both know what form his nightmare will take.
Ah.
It will do everything in its power to stop you. Be wary.
Oh no.
Nightmares have been drawn from the moon by the Leviathan's siren song. The trauma that bore them into this world is anchored there, not here. They are lost, perhaps even confused, if such phantoms can experience emotion beyond the snapshot of pain they represent. We may be able to disperse them by resolving their associated traumas.
Did you think it would be that simple?
Hi, Calus.
You have drawn out a powerful nightmare. See that it is destroyed.
Jesus.
Nightmares rise, and the harvester stirs to life, yearning for their pain. This scythe burns with the power of your will. Use it to shatter the nightmare's defenses.
I want a burning scythe.
A powerful nightmare has risen nearby. Find it and destroy it.
All clear. This is a waste of your time.
Oh, okay. I don't think it was Cade. It was just Uldren. Ah, I know I said I didn't want to see Cade, but I did kind of want to see Cade.
Go home. Our sister needs us. I know you want to see her. I can feel it. There are things you want to say to her, so say them. She will listen. I wonder how Mara is feeling right now, with her baby brother alive and refusing to acknowledge her.
As we did find out, Mara does really love Uldren in her kind of messed up way. So we know that she's kind of hurting in that she doesn't have that connection with him anymore.
Cruel knife to wield.
She's not my sister. I'm not doing this to spite her.
So you admit you're ignoring her on purpose? Is it because you're scared of her? Or because you're scared of who you are when you're around her?
No.
Oh. Or maybe you're just afraid you like it.
Shut up. Shut up!
Oof. The Leviathan has become an extension of the lunar pyramid, channeling feelings of shame and regret into reality, Eris explains, adding that the nightmares were originally a product of the lunar pyramid's security systems. Eris fears, with the Leviathan acting as a point of resonance, the nightmares could spread to Earth or elsewhere. She also is concerned about what Calus is planning to do with the pyramid. Eris shakes her head. Crow was unprepared to face his own demons when we attempted a severance. She explains that she will help guide Crow so that the next time you venture into the Leviathan's depths, he will be ready.
Welcome to the Underbelly, Guardians. Your mission is simple, but nonetheless treacherous. Deal our first cut in severing Calus's connection to the pyramid. You both have a route to the severance site, and ritual amplifiers to place. Crow, as above on the Leviathan, so too nightmares will manifest below. Yours takes the shape of Uldren Sov. Endure him. Each amplifier grounds our severance in the Leviathan's connection to the darkness.
Loyalist welcoming party ahead. Maybe I can find a way around.
This is what the Traveler made you for. We're killers. Don't shy away from it.
I don't kill unless I have to.
Right. You only murder the deserving, like Caiatl's scion.
That was a mistake. It was a mistake.
Oh
Lucky
my
Saladin owned it for us, just like Mara always used to.
My boy Crow cannot handle this right now. This is mean. This nightmare is doing its job.
Uninvited guests slithers through the bowels of my Leviathan. This mechanical appendage is maintained poorly, unable to see the grandeur of your brave face. Come now, closer. Let me bask in you.
Another trap? I keep you a distance. Our mission takes precedence.
I can feel their light bearer. Our last encounter was hostile. I forgive you.
I forgive you.
Embrace me, and I will share such wonders with the Vanguard that your paltry life could never outshine.
He's a forgiving king and just wants better for us. We love Calus. We stand him in this house.
Allow me to open you, mind and body, as mine have been opened. Simply turn back and enjoy what is to come.
There is a barrier ahead. This pod's spores will grant you passage.
Sounds like we both hit resistance, Guardian.
I doubt they had as much trouble as you. I've seen them work. At least I'm not one and done. You take resurrection for granted. Remember how we begged Mara to save us? To make us awoken as we slipped away from existence? Do you ever stop talking?
Guardian, that's your second amplifier? Good. Crow mimics a stoic affectation well enough. But I can tell his nightmare is wearing away at him.
Yep. Definitely.
So, Guardian, the Crow wants to be me, or he's afraid he already is?
Is there a third option?
Languish in your miserable limbo of a life? The scorn will drag you into mine eventually.
Those Elixni deserve to rest in peace. What you did to them, I would never.
Damn, that's a good point.
Gave them a second chance. I thought you were all about second chances.
Oh my god, this is so spicy for Crow. This is so spicy.
That lifted the lockdown, Guardian. Arc energy is being diverted through a nearby conduit.
Where did those Scorn come from?
I told you. Our prodigal children returning to their father. Can't you hear them calling? Why did you abandon us?
Holy shit.
Ow. You're awfully bitter.
Damn right I'm bitter. You had everything, and you set it on fire for her!
You rose out of those ashes. A guardian. Noble. Admired. Even by her.
I'm ready to finish this.
Let's do it. Had enough of this man's yapping.
Is this why you push so hard to remember me, little bird? So you could burn Uldren at the stake and prove your independence?
It's the right thing to do. I have to.
How many failed attempts to do the right thing before you realize our fervor always backfires?
Mara had you wrapped around her finger. Everything I do is because I want to.
Sure. Outcome's the same, isn't it?
You cut out pieces of yourself until there was nothing left of your humanity. You enjoyed it. That's the difference.
Please. You'd swallow all those whiny little morals given the right push. You've come so close already. That's why you run.
I'm not running.
We'll see. Our legacy is calling.
Father.
The fanatic!
I'm losing it!
Oh god.
You can endure this. The dreadful blade manifests from the Harvester.
Grows alone. Just like you were. You can help him, but you just don't. Because it's one more step towards me. It's why you won't help our sister either. After everything Mara's done for us.
I don't want her help.
This isn't a knife fight, Crow. Accept his words. Move through them.
Oh.
No! No.
I get it
I'm
now.
going to enjoy ripping him out of me.
Try. I'll just burn.
His issue is that he's rejecting. It wasn't keying in yet. He's rejecting who he used to be, and that's why it's damaging so much. He just needs to accept that that's who he was and move past it, but he refuses to acknowledge it.
Again, over and over until I'm all you have.
Eris, what do I do?
Retreat is not weakness. Breathe. We can try again in time.
Sorry I let you down.
He's okay, buddy. We'll get up next time.
Come to tell me it's not my fault? Hey, Guardian. I know this is on me. You don't have to feed me any comforting platitudes. I've been running from the truth for long enough. You know, when I first came to the city, I told these little lies about who I was or where I came from. Nothing hurtful, just a few stories to keep a comfortable distance from the truth, to fill in the blanks. When I got my memories back, I remembered Uldren did the same thing. He started little rumors, recounted adventures to an audience, planted gossip in Mara's ear just to watch those stories spread. We're exactly the same.
I don't think so.
Down to the instincts. It's in my blood. I thought I could do this. I thought I could prove to Zavala and Caiatl and you and everyone else that I was better than him. But lies.
Oh man, this all coming off of what he did in Season of the Risen? Oh, my poor tortured boy, dude. He needs a hug. He just needs a hug. It's okay that you used to be a piece of shit. You're better now. Even if you have similar tendencies, even if you are still fundamentally him, you're choosing better choices, I think.
They only get us so far.
It appears the situation is far more complex than I first believed. The Leviathan has become an extension of the lunar pyramid, channeling feelings of shame and regret into reality. The pyramid did so as a security system, driving away those who would tamper with it. But what is happening on the Leviathan? This is purposeful, malicious. As the nightmares on the Leviathan spread, it could threaten Earth and beyond. Calus's bond with the pyramid endangers all of us. Crow was unprepared to face his own demons when we attempted to sever it.
Yeah.
And though I may be able to counsel him through the next confrontation, that will take time. You should return to the Leviathan. Continue harvesting the nightmares and disrupting Calus's plans. We will speak again soon. There is a misconception among the Vanguard that nightmares are like spirits, that they are who they appear to be. This is untrue. They are forged from the darkness and born of your own subconscious fears, desires, and regrets.
Oh.
They have only as much power as you give them. We project our shame on these nightmares and make them real, but they are not inherently evil.
But Crow has a lot of shame right now, so his is especially troublesome.
No more than the darkness itself is. The nightmares are a weapon, and a weapon can be turned on its creator.
Oh.
I believe I have found a way to do just that. We approached the last ritual of severance the wrong way, attempting to banish the nightmare of Uldren. But I should have known. Denial is not the way.
No.
Return to the Leviathan, Guardian. Harvest the nightmare essence we need to perform the ritual again. And perhaps this time acceptance will succeed where rejection has failed.
Yeah, acceptance is the only way he's going to move past it.
We need to talk.
This is not a good time.
It's never a good time. I've
Is
been
that
trying
Petra?
to talk to you for weeks and you keep dodging me.
I can't. It's not. Amanda.
Oh, it's Amanda.
How long did you know? How long have you known who you were? We're done. We're done here. I do not have time for this, for you, for anything.
Wait. I was scared. I am scared. People used to kill me for something I didn't. You don't understand.
I cared about you and you lied to me. You wore that mask. You kept secrets from me, pretended to be my friend.
Amanda, I am your friend.
No, you're not.
Oof.
I had a friend and you murdered him.
Oh my god, that's so unfair,
Hey.
Amanda. I understand where she's coming from, but oh my god, that's so unfair.
How's the clan going?
Hawthorne turns to you with a serious look in her eyes. She passes a datapad to containing schematics of the Leviathan and transmat beacon details for the Leviathan's tribute hall. Eris is up to something, Hawthorne says with a tightness in her voice. She won't say what, and she asked me to relay this to you personally, ignoring Vanguard protocol. She continues with a sigh. I don't like going around Ikora, but whatever this is, it sounds urgent. I don't know Eris well, but I trust her judgment. If we have to break protocol to get something done, so be it. You should go see what this is all about. Launch the Duality dungeon from the moon. Oh, okay, dungeon.
You arrive. Good. Yes. We have only a brief window of opportunity. The darkness is thick here, coalesced inside this effigy of Emperor Calus. It is tethered to his very mind. I have snared that thread, caught it between my fingers and woven it into a tapestry. One that I can weave you into. And
are we gonna go into Calus's mind?
her Calus's consciousness. Use this
I could have waited just 2 seconds before pausing.
opportunity to steal his darkest secrets from him. Now go. Time is of the essence. I will be.
We're gonna go inside Unky Calus?
What you feel may seem like reality, but it is not the one you know. Your mind now stretches across a vast gulf. Though while this world is born of Calus's thoughts, it is no less dangerous than physical reality.
If you die in the game, you die in real life.
It's not what I anticipated. The imprint of Calus's consciousness is fractured, straining, as if Calus's mind is at war with itself.
My rise as Emperor is an ancient tradition of our people.
Calus? No, not Calus, but an echo of him. This is a recollection.
Destiny, why do you have to put interesting dialogue over top of combat? Leave it in the moments where we're running between zones or something, because I can't hear anything.
Of a time since past.
My very conquest was so grand, because I is the grand light. One day, my daughter, you will be just as majestic.
One day my daughter will be just as
You are
majestic?
experiencing echoes of Calus's personal torment. Glimpses into his past which may provide insight to the future. I must focus to maintain your connection to this mindscape. From here, you must navigate these memories on your own.
Exile is the mighty Ghaul, too great a coward to kneel down and take my head from my shoulders. I am as you made me, and I would kill you were it my choice. But it is not. Caiatl stained my blade. Remember that.
Oh. Caiatl saved... Oh no. Oh no. Caiatl saved Calus from execution by Ghaul's hand. So Caiatl's shame is Ghaul. That makes so much sense. Anything that Calus is doing, Caiatl's going to be taking on herself because she allowed him to be spared.
Bred to be a sorrow bearer. I seek a hive commander, but those are not so readily available. So I made you. There was a time I would have gladly laid in death beside you, here in these crypts. But we were both different then. No one of honor will be interred here. The dead are raw materials and nothing more. Shadows were cast here. History made. Do not open doors you cannot close. Stop! Stop! I command you! Please. No, please! Don't do this! She is more beautiful than any star I have ever beheld.
She's more beautiful than any star I've ever beheld. It's very hard to understand this deep, grumbly Calus voice here.
I name her Caiatl, for the brightest star in our sky.
Aww.
May she outshine it always.
Well, he loved his daughter.
My daughter, my star, my betrayer.
My betrayer. Nightmare of Caiatl. That's his nightmares.
Breathe. Breathe. You have returned to reality. I shared your experiences and am uncertain what to make of it all, but I believe there is yet more to find within. Should you be willing to delve into his nightmares again?
Happy?
More lore to get.
The Praetoric's time has come to an end. Too long have the people of Torabottle languished under their heel. A world that knows only war has no future. We were not always conquerors. We were not always tyrants.
On that, I can agree.
If violence carved us into the shape of what we are now, then so shall violence be that shape's undoing. Ever since she was born, Caiatl has shown a curiosity for the world beyond. She shares my fascinations. I worry for her, for the galaxy she will grow up in, for the future of our people. But perhaps the time for worries is at an end. My daughter will grow up knowing only celebration, triumph, and peace. This is the world I made.
So then why did she betray him, ultimately?
Peace, hers is distracted. I was too kind in my coup against the Praetor, drank too deep of the cup of mercy. Now, the long shadows in the night, hands clutching knives, eyes at my back. I hear them whispering. I hear them. And soon, those whispers will become screams. The Ghost Primus.
Ghost Primus.
Answer to this sedition. My red legion, anointed in blood.
So he got really paranoid.
But I refuse their succor. I will not feast. I will not drink. I will wither away until there is nothing left. My love has been turned to poison in my veins. They do not appreciate all that I have done to them. My sacrifices. All betrayal is inevitable. We are a ring of beasts, feasting upon one another.
Yeah.
At the edge of the universe, I stared into the infinite deep. It stared back and was pleased.
The infinite deep. I wonder if that's when he met the witness.
Of its victory, and bear witness for all creation. The key is to realize the future isn't an enemy to be fought. It is a friend to embrace. A closing of the circle.
Circle of life?
And when the end comes, I reserve the right to be last.
He wants to be the last one to die? Did I understand that right? So he did meet with presumably the witness, because the darkness itself, the deep itself, would not be like, hey, I want to unalive everything. It was likely the witness, and he was likely telling him of what his plans is, like what the future is going to hold. And he's like, all right, I get it. Just save me for last, okay? I want to be gluttonous until the very end.
Savathun, she nearly had me. Had I not birthed Ghaul, had he not donned the crown, I would be lost.
Oh.
The voice warned me of her,
The voice.
but I did not heed it. And the voice is so silent now.
Interesting. I'm assuming this voice is the
The
witness.
promised end is at hand, as worlds are swallowed into nothing, and I hear nothing. Excruciating silence. Perhaps I have displeased it. Or perhaps I am not listening hard enough. In my haste to find a suitable bearer for the crown of sorrow, I failed to see a more elegant solution. The Hive were not those who could most elegantly bear the crown. My shadow, Catabasis, found the alternative. Mindless corpses of fallen, risen through an Ahamkara's wish magic, fueled by darkness-infused ether, the Scorn.
I knew that the Scorn were essentially zombies, but having it written out plain as day, and knowing the fact that they are part of an Ahamkara's wish magic is even more interesting for the Scorn.
The only component that was missing was a connective tissue, and this, the Egregore spores would provide.
Egregore spores. The things all over the Glycon.
Through the crown of sorrow, the voice in the darkness called out to me, beckoning me to the absence of Mercury. At first, I feared the Leviathan would not survive the journey, as the Glycon had been rent asunder by a similar journey.
Yeah.
But my Leviathan, it is strong. Its heart beats anew, and as it pierced the veil of creation, the voice greeted me. There were such sights to behold. There, in that gravity shadow, I was truly seen. There, I understood my closed the circle.
I missed the subtitles. I was very thankful to have them, and I'm sad that they're gone now.
The witness opened its mind to me, and I saw my darkest desire made reality.
Darkest desire made
I would be the last.
He would be the
It
last.
is my right.
Okay.
I am the herald. I am the end.
So the witness finally spoke to him again.
The witness's voice is so strong now. I hear it clearer than my own. I understand now what true paracausality is. The light and the dark are threads on a loom, woven into the tapestry of the universe by those who wield it. The witness would see things differently.
Really?
The gaps between those threads. Freedom from the greater design.
Off the loom entirely is what he wants?
Freedom for all.
Sounds nice. It's definitely not gonna be nice if freedom means becoming unalived.
The limits dreams of what this crumbling body can offer. And yet there is so much more that I must do. I must shed my remaining attachments to this flesh and ascend.
Ascend?
The others have, and a path is laid before me. There is fear in this. Fear of losing myself. But there is no other way. I must prove my loyalty, or wither. To understand the final shape.
The final shape mentioned!
I must become more than myself.
I must become more than myself. The final shape mentioned!
Your mission remains, but a malicious tinge creeps these halls.
A tinge? And the amplifiers are down, so failing my severance, I made things worse.
Are you surprised?
The ship was changing before we arrived, Crow.
After which, things did not improve.
Then let's get to fixing it.
The amplifiers appear to be fighting an unknown interference, but they are working.
These vines wriggle into everything, changing it. Reminds me of adventuring in the Black Garden. Our turn points always seem to come by force.
Maybe yours.
Yes. You've had an overabundance of choice in your life.
Ooh.
Certainly not a lost child ricocheting between authority figures.
Ooh.
How's your stewardship of him been, Guardian?
This is between you and me.
Steady.
Listen to your handler. Wouldn't want to jeopardize the mission.
Listen to your handler.
Guardian.
Oh my god. Of course the Nightmare would know all the wrong things to say, but holy crap, it's relentless.
Went smoother this time. He's picking up on some of my old tricks. Starting to aim like me.
Using your tricks against you sounds good to me.
A lot of attitude for somebody who broke down crying last time we were here. Will your aim stay steady when the Scorn call you father?
If they attack me, if I have to.
If?
And that's the door. Keep up, Uldren.
You attempt to
I just want to say, I love that Crow still has... He hasn't lost his signature sass. He's still biting back, even though the Nightmare is messing him up a bit.
all the cosmic performance that is beyond you. A beauty forged outside of your understanding. You struggle, as I did. A grub fattened on the lies of reality, writhing within a suffocating existence. But the silken walls of that cocoon are not a grave, little grub. They are petals, waiting to bloom. Soon, you will emerge to see the magnanimous arc of eternity unfurl before you.
Arc of
Its
Eternity.
story laid bare.
Arc of Eternity.
You will understand.
Okay.
What I understand. Our end is set. All that remains is the drama of our strife. The struggle to push open our walls.
The drama is what I'm here for.
Resist if you must. It is in your nature to defy, even against your own best interests. It will only hasten your revelation.
The Vanguard. You were supposed to be heir of the reef. Talk about a step down. Mara must be furious.
The Queen is content that Crow has found his own path.
She said that?
I think kind of she did.
Relief, I suppose.
Amplifier established. Crow will reach his second beacon shortly.
The interference appears to be echoed by the phantoms that haunt the Leviathan's halls. It is spreading. The lockdown is again lifted, and power rerouted. Proceed.
I can't imagine seeing a stranger with my sibling's face, but finding out that someone isn't who you thought they were, I understand that.
Your entire life.
I'm a guardian of the city. I'm sure Mara and I will work together at some point. We'll just need some realignment.
You hearing this, Guardian? 1 foot back in the reef. Prince Crow doesn't quite have the same ring to it, but we'll get by.
I like it.
Funny.
Prince Crow is good.
That's the last one. I'm ready when you are, Guardian.
Crow, you can do this. You are strong enough.
When we first touched down, I wasn't sure. But I trust you. Both of you.
I'm ready.
I'm ready to finish this.
I'm ready. Hit him with that Care Bear stare. With that love and acceptance.
I empathize with your devotion to a cause. But aren't you tired of this little dance? I hadn't found my footing before. This time, I'm ready for you.
Father.
Oh god.
Put it to rest, Guardian.
I told myself a story about who you were. A villain strung together from whispers of the things you'd done. But you're right. I'm scared. I'm scared that our nature might make my friends dangerous to me. Or me to them. We all have parts we wish weren't there. But acknowledging them can make us stronger. I'll always be balancing on the edge of something terrible. But now I have someone to pull me back. Who? You. I can learn from your mistakes. My triumphs, too. Yeah. You point out the pitfalls, I'll fill them in. We'll right your wrongs together.
Oh, this is bittersweet, dude.
See you around. Guardian.
Oh, I really liked that.
Eris.
It's our first little bit of true closure for Crow, and it's like a first healthy step for his mental state. That's a great moment right there.
I did it.
Yeah, you did. I'm so ridiculously attached to this little goblin man here. God damn.
See, you are stronger than your doubts presumed. The Leviathan's connection to the pyramid phrase. Our gamble is working, Guardians.
Hell yeah! That was a great moment.
Second chances. Turns out I've been using mine wrong. I thought being a guardian was my destiny. That wielding the light for good was the most I had to offer. But it's clear now. This is what the Traveler chose me for. I was reforged in the light for a purpose.
I'm remembering back to that scene, seeing Uldren being chosen. I can't believe how my opinions on characters have changed so drastically over time, because I was like mad as hell when it showed Uldren waking up with a ghost. I couldn't believe that. And now I'm like sobbing over this little piece of crap here.
Reforged in the light for a purpose. to remake something dead and gone into something beautiful. To learn how to forge something new from what we were. Everything Uldren did to the reef, the scorn, Fikrul. I have a responsibility. No. A calling.
A calling.
To make
I like
them
that.
whole.
I like that.
And
it's not something out of duty that he feels obligated. It's something that he wants to do. And that's the difference of the verbiage there. And I really like that.
I can't replace Cade. But I can cover his old patrols. Maybe organize the hunters a bit, if they'll let me. Clean up some of my mess. I don't know if I can fix everything Uldren left broken.
Didn't Cade leave an audio log that if someone killed him, they would have to take his place as like the hunter? He's now stepping into those shoes. And how kind of poetic.
But I can try.
Try is all we ask.
I have long said that the darkness can be used as a power for good, even when others doubted. By helping Crow to accept his past as Uldren Sov, we have changed the inherent nature of a nightmare into something new. A manifestation of healed trauma, a memory of the man Crow once was.
A sweet, sweet therapy session.
The best of him. Uldren is as much a part of Crow as the darkness is a part of you or me. And there is more to it than pain. In this success, we have discovered the key to our victory. Through our bond, the Crown of Sorrow, we could convert the nightmares into a force against Calus. But the process to convert these psychic constructs will not be an easy one. It is a battle Guardians are not accustomed to fighting. I know that shortcoming all too well. Resume your work aboard the Leviathan, Guardian, and I will prepare for the next severance ritual.
Per our arrangement, I am delivering a status report on the Imperial survey of the Leviathan. Our scouts confirm your reports of psychic anomalies emanating from the red phantoms seen throughout the ship. Scion Opti theorized that these phantoms are manifestations forged from a psychic background radiation permeating the Leviathan. Darkness. Navigational equipment shows that the Leviathan
Hearing darkness explained as a background radiation, I don't know why that tickles me.
entered a gravitational anomaly, and it was at once within and outside of the known universe for an indeterminate period of time.
Is that where he
When it
went?
emerged from this state, most of its crew were missing, and an infestation of unknown fungal matter had infiltrated all decks of the ship. Command structure appears to have broken down. Loyalists who emerged from the anomaly disembarked from the Leviathan. We are attempting to determine their location.
Huh.
Those currently aboard are newly grown, combat-ready clones that have no higher brain function. They operate as an extension of my father's will.
Interesting.
Valus forges
I would love to track down the ones that survived this indeterminate time in nothingness and pick their brain. Well, not literally pick their brain, but like figure out what happened, why it was there, what's wrong, like everything.
suggestion. I have submitted a recommendation for Crow to participate in a joint investigation to supplement our own. It is my hope that together we can tear into the beating heart of the Leviathan and drag my father screaming into the light of your sun. Till such a time, we are Cabal, we eat the mountains, we drink the seas.
Well done. I have a message for your commander. Tell him not to fall to temptation as I did. Our enemies wield our love like daggers. Protect your hearts.
With change
Our enemies wield our love like daggers. That's kind of cute.
comes opportunity. In studying this memory of Uldren Sov, a truer nature of the nightmares is revealed. They are born of darkness and drawn to it like moths to a flame. Calus is such a fire. Through the Leviathan, Calus's mind reaches down to the lunar pyramid, forging the connection that draws the nightmares to him. And should that connection be severed,
We can stop Calus dead in his tracks before he causes any more damage. Your success with Crow isn't going to go unnoticed. Calus will push back. He may be doing so already. Recently, I've been visited in the Helm and elsewhere by one of the nightmares heirs bound to the crown.
Ooh.
We need to push harder. I will be accompanying your next severance mission to weaken Calus's connection to the pyramid. You and I will get this done.
Time for Zavala to have a therapy session?
and Guardian, keep watch over Zavala. As with Crow, the Commander may find confronting his past to be the most difficult mission he has ever faced.
Probably will be.
I feel like a stranger in my own skin. Does my ghost even recognize me as the man he raised?
You are a warrior. Your true identity is only known to your enemies in the split second before their deaths. This is your truth.
Caiatl pep talk.
Maybe I've never been more than an instrument of violence. But sometimes I wish I was more than that.
You are a leader for those who need to be led. A champion for those who cannot be one. You are enough.
I wish I was wearing my I Am Knuff hoodie. Oh, I missed opportunity. not Caiatl hitting Zavala with the "you're enough." I love that.
Zavala, I heard a voice over comms earlier. Was that?
Yes. It was.
Are you sure you want to do this? You could take a step back, let me shoulder some of the burden.
No, Saladin. I made my choice. And now I have to see it through.
I'm so
Light
curious.
Spill blood without any thought to how much they have in their own bodies. Do you even remember the last time you felt it leave you? Your deaths are usually so quick, almost effortless. You rise like a bird, snapping so easily back into flight. Someone should teach you pain, Guardian. Be humble.
The second severance is at hand. We proceed as you wish, Commander. But whatever you hear, you must press forward.
Understood. Thank you, Eris.
Set your amplifiers. Sever Calus's connection. And tread carefully.
I see your new protege, Zavala. I wonder, have you told them what became of the last warrior you trained?
This construct is coded in the same...
I really wonder, like, what kind of trauma this Sophia is going to be hitting Zavala with. Like, what kind of shame or regrets would he have that they can weaponize?
Spores found aboard the Glycon. Ikora says they could connect consciousness through the darkness.
Isn't it magnificent? The Leviathan was once my prison, but now we are one body. Its systems, my mind.
I was kind of thinking...
Is that so? Mechanical function is compromised, Guardian.
I was kind of thinking maybe Calus is somehow fused to the Leviathan, maybe through all that, like, egregore gunk all over the ship.
It's harmless. Don't let him stall you.
I wouldn't dream of it. It is a unique delight to feel the Leviathan's inhabitants wriggling through my innards.
Oh, God!
And when you do battle across my steely flesh, an unmatched sensation. Caress every dark reach you can find. In your futile journey, you will come to see things my way. You will lay down your arms and stay.
Are we jerking Calus off by being inside of his ship? This is... Hang on, Calus. I love you, but not like that. This is icky.
On that night, I'll raise a chalice to your lips, and we will feast.
Oh my god.
Amplifier online. I'm detecting the commanders as well. As we learned with Crow, these devices will help. But our success hinges on resolving Zavala's inner demons.
Guardian, how can you trust Zavala when he keeps secret the life he led before the city? I knew him before he was your commander. When he was young and boastful, we used to sit together, listening to the cicadas. He listens to them sometimes still.
They remind me of what I lost.
Focus, Zavala.
I am.
Why do you leave our names unspoken? Do the memories of that time pain you so much?
Okay, it's a lover. It's like girlfriend, wife, probably wife. It's a past love that like sitting together and watching things. I was thinking it might have been his daughter or something, and maybe he lost his daughter somehow. But I'm really thinking it was like a past love now.
Security lockdown lifted across all nearby bulkheads. You are clear to proceed.
Piety, come in.
We are with you.
I was ambushed by Scorn and a horror I couldn't bring down. I couldn't reach you.
He is shaken. Zavala, tell them to proceed. Confide in them. Why hide your feelings?
It doesn't matter how I feel.
That is why we would fail. You put your duty before your heart.
Oh. Did he make a past choice? Instead of saving her, he like saved a city or a community or something, I wonder?
The phantoms trapped in this fetid hull sustain something that is growing. Zavala's nightmare is a part of it, but each amplifier further isolates her presence from Calus's hold.
Stay with me a little longer. Life moved on around us, but we can wait here for a moment.
You chose to move when you could have stayed.
Safi,
Don't. You have made your choice.
Go on ahead. I'll find my own way.
Oh my god, hug that man. Oh my god, hug that man. Oh.
Final amplifier set. I must be seeing things. The Scorn are wearing... Impossible. The House of Devils is gone.
Your eyes deceive you. Don't be fooled. You've reached the severance site, Commander. The Guardian is closing on your position.
The brave Zavala holds his offering in clenched fingers. Afraid to lose the pain he has kept close for so long.
It's all I have left.
You hoard our memory like a starving animal hoards bones, and call that reverence.
I mourned. I begged for your forgiveness. What more can I do?
Speak our names. Release us.
Guardian.
You said you mourned our deaths, Zavala. Stood at our graves, cried out in prayer to your traveler.
For a long time.
What good did it do? No ghosts found us. Instead, the traveler gave the light to your enemies.
It's not that simple.
It is that simple. That abandoner deserves your duty more than me, more than our son. It is why you left us.
I was wondering why she was saying us the whole time. It's not just her. Oh no, did he like abandon his whole family for the traveler? And so this is the way his guilt is manifesting in like negative feelings towards the traveler because, oh my god, especially because it chose the hive over his family.
It is why you left us both to die alone.
Don't use him like that. I chose you. I tried to give it away.
You killed him, as much as the Fallen did. You wove your gallantry, into his bones. My son's killers shall meet.
My son's killers should meet.
Slipping away from me.
Holy hell, dude.
See through your guilt. He still carries blame. We cannot proceed until he finds forgiveness.
Forgiveness? You shared meals with fallen behind your walls after what they took. This new life dishonors your old one. It dishonors your son.
Hakim.
Your true family wouldn't torment you.
He's fighting some goddamn demons that he hasn't voiced at all about the fallen being in the last city. Oh, God.
This is your grief, Zavala.
My husband is not a liar, and I am speaking his words. He knows what he is.
A hollow man leading others to die. For a silent god.
Oh my
Enough.
God.
Guardian, bring the commander back before any more damage is done.
A hollow man leading others to die. For a silent god.
God, that sucks.
Is that what I've become? Have the years whittled away my nerve? I was convinced that seeing her might make things easier. That her absence cuts deeper than her presence. But they are equally sharp. Sophia. She wants me to speak her name. To confide my feelings in you. What good does it do? Go and see Eris.
Dude, it's the first step of healing. Come on, buddy.
I'll tell her you're coming. She'll know what to say.
Buddy. This man needs a hug.
Zavala will not speak to you of his regrets. But I will not let him bear them alone. Here, listen closely. Whispers and confessions as I have heard them. He would tell it differently. But memory clings so loosely to the truth. I will share what I know.
The next day.
Oh boy, I don't know if I'm ready for this.
Before the vanguard, before the city, there was a woman. Her name was Sophia, and she was a surgeon.
And she was beautiful.
She came to Lord Saladin's gates, offering her skills in exchange for shelter. Zavala was his protege then. He had been taught his purpose, and he followed it without question. She maddened him. He infuriated her. But respect grew to admiration, and admiration to love. Does it surprise you that Zavala loved?
No, of course not.
She was meticulous and gentle, strong-willed, stubborn, fearless. It began with an infant, orphaned in a fallen raid. Saladin had taught Zavala duty, war, and the light. But Sophia showed him that he was more than an instrument of violence.
Oh.
She had one life, and she would share it with him.
Because she was ghostless.
They called the boy Hakim.
Hakim.
And he called Zavala father.
He got a lot of time with this family. I was expecting his son to be a lot younger, but he looks like a young man now.
In his joy, Zavala thought to abandon the light, as he had abandoned Saladin's ways. That joy ended as it began, with their son. When Hakim followed his father into battle, Zavala could not protect him, and Sophia could not save him. Hakim died in his mother's arms.
Oh.
Zavala wanted her forgiveness, but she knew there was nothing to forgive. And that giving up the light would be no absolution for him. They returned to the lives they once led. She found love again. She had a daughter. And when Safia passed, he asked her to forgive him. Through each generation, he mourned. He asked for their forgiveness. And still, he has not found it.
Oh, our poor boy. It's obviously Zavala would have this side, as everyone has had a life and lived a very long one, especially with a ghost, but it's just a reminder that some light bearers might view their blessing as absolutely a curse because he's been carrying this guilt for such a long time. The poor man, dude.
Wounds run deeper than he allows us to see. The lengths he has gone to cut himself off from his heart is familiar. It is through accepting what we cannot change where we find the strength to move forward. We grieve, we move, and we grow. Zavala only knows grief. But perhaps there is hope in others, in the council of friends and family. There is no running from his truth any longer.
Oh.
The past is laid bare, and so too the commander's heart.
This is gonna be...
Resume your patrols aboard the Leviathan, Guardian.
This is going to be painfully cathartic. I can feel it coming already.
And I will see what can be done elsewhere.
Hey, Commander. How you holding up?
I've been better. Sounds like you have too.
Yeah. Pretty tore up inside. Any little thing sets me off. Might have said some hurtful stuff to somebody who didn't deserve it.
We've all been at our worst. When we're hurt.
She feels bad about telling off Crow. Oh, Amanda.
When we're afraid. We all fall apart.
Feels like I'm held together by duct tape and spit lately.
The last few weeks have opened up some old wounds. Reminded me of important people I've lost. My wife. My son.
Yeah. I know that kind of hurt.
Oh.
Other way around, though. I still think about my folks, but I can't really remember their voices anymore.
I can't remember Hakim's voice either.
Wow. To live that long.
I try so hard.
You want to tell me about him? Your wife?
Someday. Not today. Not yet.
Want some company down in your office anyway? We don't have to talk. Maybe we just sit.
I'd like that. Thank you, Amanda.
Ain't nothing. It's what family does.
Oh. Oh crap, dude. The last section of Season of the Haunted is gonna tear me apart. It's already happening. Wow.
We begin again, with fresh eyes and open hearts. I believe the commander has found the strength he needs. So too must we marshal ourselves for the task ahead, for there is more at stake here. As time progresses, Calus's hold on the lunar pyramid grows in strength. For each connection we have severed, the remaining grows stronger. The nightmares only increase in number, and soon I fear they will overflow from the Leviathan and spread across the system. Zavala is ready to face his past again.
Oh boy,
Collect
I'm not.
the necessary reagents for the next ritual and join him on the Leviathan.
What about
We
me,
cannot
dude?
afford to
What
fail
about
again.
what about me? I'm not ready.
Eris, what happens to her if we succeed?
That is unclear. I'm sorry.
She's not.
My love is still afraid to let me go. The Traveler called you all from your graves to be broken over and over again. An endless sacrifice. But that is not my purpose. Let me rest.
Strange. As the underbelly succumbs to this transformation, it has begun to elicit a constant subsonic frequency.
Is Calus doing this to the ship?
Through the pyramid, yes. It is breaking the Leviathan's bones to reset them elsewhere.
So he is not so different from your god. From the god of our son's murderers.
The Traveler is not my god.
It is said broken bones heal stronger than before, but this is a lie. They are forever weakened.
Oh,
Was Hakim's death a breakage to reset you under the Traveler's watch? Am I the weakness you carry forever?
The lockdown is lifted.
I want to say I noticed it during editing, but I like how the debuff of this section is called drifting apart, because it's to like represent Zavala and his partner.
Prepare yourself for whatever we've unleashed.
Chasing pain when you could slumber in euphoria everlasting. That is a foolish endeavor, Guardian. Think of your commander. He mourns this woman you seem to exploit against me. Bring him to me instead. I will shower him with my blessings.
No, thank you.
Give him the power to see his love return.
Oh god, no.
Keep her as long as he wishes. For I am benevolent. And that is only a taste of my generosity. A taste that extends to you as well.
Hard pass.
Eternity is what I offer. Consideration is all I have.
Zavala sees Hakim's face in his banquet. And in you, Guardian.
I want to see him. I close my eyes, but they're only flashes. I try to remember him exactly as he was. I try.
I see his face too. Unmoved and choked. Fear and pain I cannot stop. Then nothing. And I am alone.
Forgive me.
This frequency you isolated, it's almost like a voice, muddled in the dissonant churn between Pyramid and Leviathan. It's resonating through Phantom and Nightmare alike, manipulating their psychic connection to the darkness. It must end.
We can remember why we lived our life without hating why we lost it.
I hate my son's murderers. The god they followed. That it has taken you too.
That's not fair.
Live with your decisions. That and duty are all you have to hold close.
I'll set this amplifier, Guardian, and meet you ahead.
Oh man, his nightmare, while still taunting him, is like far more guilt-ridden. It's because it's a manifestation of how they feel, right? Zavala has been bottling this for so long. This is going to be a very painful band-aid to remove.
All amplifiers broadcasting. Isolation complete. Now there's only the severance. Zavala is ready, Guardian.
I'm not.
See to your side of things, and we will prevail.
Oh my god, I'm not.
I've reached the site, preparing the harvester.
This mission won't bring you the peace you desire. Your devotion to the Traveler rewards you only with war and death. Never peace.
I'm not doing this for the Traveler. I'm doing it for you.
Your hands are pressed against a wound to staunch bleeding. It spills through your fingers. You are soaked in it. I knew when to let go, when to wash the blood from my hands. Do you?
Guardian.
How many pawns has the Traveler sacrificed to conscript Commander Zavala into its service? When it leaves you too, will you become like the Fallen?
Guardians stand for more than the Traveler. We make our own fate.
Don't let up, Guardian. Be brave.
I wish I could step back into that life. Or that you could step into mine.
What would I do with this broken man you've become?
You teach me to heal again. We'd watch our scars fade together. Safi? There's so much. The years have made apologies lose their meaning. But I am sorry.
You can only apologize for something that is your fault. Hakim wouldn't want to see you mourn. He'd want his father to be proud of his courage. As I am proud of yours.
Hakim should know his father feels nothing but pride. That's why I trusted him to protect you.
Oh.
You've given me a lot to consider. About where I put my faith.
Analyzing the whims of a silent god? You'll mold those thoughts over into dust. There's not always an answer. Let go and rest.
Yesterday I was too tired to rest. Today, Safi, Hakim, I'll find you in my dreams. I'm glad it was you standing with me.
Oh, that was beautiful. Oh my god, I'm a leaking faucet. That was absolutely beautiful.
Zavala should be commended. It is not easy to forgive one's own regrets. Another thread frays between Pyramid and Leviathan, Guardian. And yet I feel the next will test us most of all.
The next will test us most of all. Who's left?
When I first
Caiatl.
saw Sophia return as a nightmare, I was afraid. I didn't want her to reveal what I'd done. I did everything I could to save Hakim. I can accept that now. But back then, guilt, like gravity, warps our perception of what is real. His death carved out a place in me.
Yeah.
And everyone I lose under my command only compounds that feeling.
Oh, God.
Sophia knew that. She understood that losing him only pushed me further toward being a guardian. She knew that I couldn't stand by and watch the world burn. Because in her own way, neither could she. After everything we faced aboard the Leviathan, I'm left to wonder, have I made the right choices? I don't regret all the good the city has done, or that I was a part of it. But what it took to get here, what it's taken to keep it.
It's a
Our
lot.
minds weren't meant for this many years.
It's a lot.
Like so many other things.
The thing I'm most surprised about, maybe we've seen them before and I'm just forgetting, but how are there not light bearers who have not fully succumbed to some sort of psychosis and just fully lost it? How do they maintain their sanity after being alive for that long and seeing that much death? Are they just like the Drifter? They're all just numb to it all in the worst case?
Have a word for eternity without the capacity to comprehend what it actually means. When is enough? Enough. Maybe it's time to let go.
It's weird that Calus hasn't more directly
Conquering one's
intervened.
demons is a noble task. There are many stories of Cabal heroes who did the same. Now, they live forever as legends.
I don't want to be a legend, Caiatl.
Too late. Even we have stories about the great Commander Zavala.
Wow.
Only we do not call him that.
Did you need something, Empress?
This is not a formal communication. This is a private reckoning. One warrior to another.
I see. I fought countless battles where my life was on the line. Won and lost them. Nothing like this. Never as hard.
As I told your crow once, battles fought in the theater of the mind and heart are just as brutal as ones fought with flesh and bone.
Yeah,
We
if
all
not more.
bear our scars, victories, defeats. Some openly with pride, some others hidden away beneath layers of shameful armor. This battle was the most honest of your risen life. You won.
I don't feel like I've won any battles. I just feel tired.
I was gonna say tired.
And old.
And yet,
And old.
you still stand.
Man, Caiatl in this season has hit us with so much reinforcement, like mentally, emotionally, encouragement, telling Zavala that he's enough previously. Like, Caiatl is such a good freaking character, man. I love her.
Daughter, do you hear me?
I do.
And do you hear him, too?
God.
She does. And if she is wise, she will listen. And the armistice between humanity and the Cabal, it is an affront against everything that we are.
Caiatl has observed Crow and Zavala's successes from afar. She wishes to help us sever Calus' connection to the pyramid by confronting the nightmare of Dominus Ghaul. He haunts her relentlessly, as Uldren haunted Crow, as Sophia haunted Zavala.
Let's do it.
But Caiatl was not bound with us. There is no certainty a ritual would succeed. I have advised her to remain aboard her flagship for now. In the meantime, we continue our preparations while I look for another solution.
Oh.
I will contact you soon.
Who would the other solution be? If not Caiatl.
Attention, Vanguard.
It has to be Caiatl,
I
right?
have been patient. I have listened to your warnings and kept my landing parties from raiding the Leviathan. But still, Calus eludes your guardians, and the nightmare of Ghaul continues to hang over my head. My patience has its limits. Ghaul is the last, our only remaining opposition. Then Calus cannot hide. Your ritual only requires I defeat the Dominus's nightmare. So be it. Do not interfere, Guardian. I am Cabal, and this conquest is mine to claim.
But as we've learned with the past two, this is not something that you could just sever or force out. It's something that you need to understand fully and accept. I'm curious, other than sparing Calus's life, is there more to Ghaul? Like her regrets, grief, shame, whatever have you, with Ghaul's nightmare?
There must be a proving, an acceptance from the old ways. So, as a gladiator entering an arena, I issue my challenge. Dominus, are you listening? I aim to finish what we began all those years ago. You won't stop me. Ghaul, I challenge you. In the depths of my father's tomb, we do battle.
Eris, have you pinpointed Caiatl's position?
No. But I have inserted the Guardian near her drop pod's breach point.
We will find her. I'll keep you informed of the situation as it develops.
Move quickly. She may be in danger.
What are you doing, Guardian? This conquest is mine. Fight Calus's loyalists alongside my soldiers if you must, but do not assist me.
Tell me the Vanguard does not hold your reins, Caiatl.
Without the binding, you are vulnerable. At least wait for the Guardian.
Oh boy.
Do you hear the doubt? She disrespects you. They all do.
Oh, so Caiatl's issue is going to be her pride in trying to face this alone and not with the therapy group.
Throne cannot be challenged by what we were, or what others want us to be. There is one Cabal. All others will submit or fall. I'm ready for you. Your Ghaul is a monster, but mine is a legend. A pit fighter who climbed the Red Legion, then led an armada to shatter the last city. Proof that fate could be defied and brought to submit. I thought I could do that.
But you didn't. You brought words instead of fire.
I was taught to hone my mind.
But Ghaul taught you your mind was a weapon. Oh, thank you for this gift, Guardian. We truly are friends.
Bringing his daughter right back to him, he means.
Aren't we? Caiatl has hunted me for so long. Now, to feel her rage burn through the underbelly, driven by Ghaul's brutalism, it is intoxicating.
Oh God.
Like the aroma of drippings hitting a crackling fire, an inescapable primal draw. That is vengeance. Beneath me, as I ascend to peace. But still enjoyable to look down on. Your mission hangs in the balance. Caiatl is getting away from you.
Yeah, she is.
Fly. I wish to watch the chase.
Yeah, she really is.
I'd beaten Calus' softness from you.
My shield held the line as our people evacuated Torobatl. My shield!
You retreated. Death before dishonor, Caiatl. You used to know that.
Turbines halting. The severance site is not far, and now the way is open. Go. Cabal pride be damned.
The light spawn ignores your commands. They have forgotten Cabal dominance.
You are mine, Dominus. But if they wish to see you beaten, I won't deny them.
Bring the Guardian then. I will gladly remind them what fear feels like.
My biggest regret still is that I didn't get to play the Red War. God, Ghaul was so cool.
Get on with it.
In my youth, I watched you cut your way to the top of the fighting pits, like a bloodied idol. I thought you were magnificent.
What did you learn watching me rise?
Tenacity, ruthlessness, guile. The same crude tools the Hive brought to our home.
Tools you cast away when desperation drove you to beg. You grovel to our enemies for protection, like Calus's gorged aristocrats when the coup crashed on their doors.
Your way proved inadequate to save our people. How can you not see that?
Ooh, drag him.
I see our home burning under your banner. Weakness runs in your blood. I will show you myself.
So she's battling against her decisions to join the Vanguard.
Keep to your task.
Ghaul conquered this system! Ghaul exiled Calus! Ghaul broke the Traveler's will! You have squandered my victories with your ineptitude. You're not the Caiatl I trained. She was feared as a star pilot, dreaded with a cleaver, a warrior. Where is she?
She died, smoldering in the ashes of Duality. Your lessons with her.
Then that is where she will stay.
Caiatl, without the bind.
Caiatl, you are enough. Caiatl, take your own words. You are enough, dude.
Ritual. It is as I feared. We must abandon this.
I don't need a hive-tainted witch to explain my failure.
Then I won't. Calus's loyalists. Egregore spores line their esophagus.
Oh, God.
They are freshly dead. Empty. I see now. Their lives were forfeit, spent as a cost to ferry Calus's mind across a vast distance and hasten ingress to the pyramid. Our foe is desperate. But that means our plan is working.
Good, good, good.
I must speak with Caiatl. Return to me.
We gotta give Caiatl a pep talk.
Calus knew exactly what he was doing, goading his daughter into striking out on her own, manipulating her.
Yeah.
But there is a silver lining to this cloud. The information you retrieved on the moon has proven to be the final piece of Calus's puzzle. It is no mere curiosity that drew him to the lunar pyramid. He is a consciousness that spreads out like a vascular system. And he is attempting to become one with the pyramid, so that he may control it, so that he may wield its power.
He's trying to fuse with
It
it.
appears as though Calus is not doing so of his own volition. He is doing it at the behest of another.
The
Our
witness.
true enemy. The voice in the darkness. The witness. You must return to the Leviathan, Guardian. Continue your work there while I prepare a ritual to add the Empress to our bond.
Morn, would your ritual have prevented my failure?
Now you seek the counsel of a hive-tainted witch.
Do you revel in your foresight? Do you delight in witnessing my shame?
I offered you my support. That offer remains. Know that this failure does not define you, Caiatl.
You will address me as Empress.
You are not a crown. You do this for yourself, not for the Cabal.
I am the Cabal.
No, you are a woman with a burden, as I was.
There can be no such distinction. Duality lies in ashes. From my ranks rise traitors and spies. My incompetence threatens the future of my people.
It's so much more than Ghaul. She carries so much guilt. I forgot about the dissent amongst her ranks when they tried to assassinate Zavala. She probably blames her own weakness for that. Oh, man.
There is no quarter for failure.
You speak Ghaul's words. They erode the truth. What is your nightmare? An expectation you must shed like dead skin. What will remain when you do so?
I do not know.
A strong,
Then
independent
you must
woman.
look past your shame and say, I am more.
Very well. Prepare your ritual.
It awaits.
Oh, I'm excited for this.
Tell me, Caiatl, are these guardians not just simple vessels for their light?
They are more than that.
Yeah.
They are born of nothing but ashes, and must rise from them to determine their own destinies by sheer will.
But
Destiny, that's the name of the gift. Roll credits. Roll credits.
without the light, felt them squirm beneath my boot. They are nothing.
And I have felt them at my side, ready to lend their strength if my blade arm tires. Fearless.
Caiatl will arrive shortly.
Drop pod breach successful. The ship has turned rancid. The Leviathan's transformation is a spreading miasma. One we stop here. Take the engines, Guardian. I ascend another path, but I will see this through with you.
Come to challenge me again. The beaten always do.
She's got it this time.
The Cabal from Calus's standing.
Caiatl's gonna raise from this a strong, independent woman who don't need no cabal, okay? She's gonna do great.
Now you are meek because this the world's lost, not added. They speak of what once was, and no longer of what could be. Is this the new Cabal you've envisioned?
We've both human scribes conjuring purpose for us. Futures that never came to pass. Theirs is the buzzing of insects caught in turbulent winds. When the wind shifts, so will they.
Plant your amplifier and do not linger in the spores longer than you must. The interference has returned, more complex than before. Something language adjacent, but familiar. A translation of a translation.
Like back when the darkness was sending us messages, or is this something else?
Your edge alignment was poor.
Guardian!
Caiatl, dispatch this light spawn and send its head back to the city.
What?
Silence!
Yeah.
You are a weak imitation of the Ghaul I knew.
I am limited only by your weak imagination.
I will find you at the end.
You stand with the Traveler's puppet against me? You have grown fat from weakness, drunk on their patronage.
You demanded I rule in your shadow. With the Vanguard, I stand equal. The Cabal stand equal.
The Cabal
took the words right out of my mouth. No one is ruling over anyone. We are equals here.
Die alongside them. A desperate ember fading against the dark.
Just because you can't imagine a future beyond yourself, Dominus, doesn't mean there isn't one.
The interference is a voice. I've heard it whispered through the tree of silver wings on Io and beneath the ice of Europa, but it does not speak to us. This connection must be severed.
Is it speaking to
Send turbines
Calus?
offline. The final severance awaits.
They are using the Cabal. Using you. The Empire is cattle flesh between the city and their enemies. They will let every last one of us die to save themselves.
They have proven otherwise. I do not fear our enemies. The light is at our back, and we are the Cabal. We eat the mountains. We drink the seas. Let them come. Get on with it.
Let's do it. Oh, hang on. I want to see Caiatl rip Ghaul apart here, like verbally.
You were never able to best me, Caiatl. That's why I left you to hold my throne.
I was fighting with weapons you gave me. Now, I wield my own.
Hell yeah.
Crush him with your light, as the Traveler did!
Crush him with your light like the Traveler did. I forgot the Traveler finished off Ghaul. I forgot about that moment.
You are nothing more than a child playing, Empress. You lack my drive and your father's vision.
The old ways are dead, Dominus. I forged a new Cabal in my image. It does not require your approval.
I see, Caiatl. I see a new Cabal pulled from the jaws of extinction. You have surpassed me. I attempted to subdue the light and burn for it. But you wield it on your war council. What conquest is more deserving?
You still don't understand. It wasn't conquest. It was compromise. An act your traditions never would have allowed.
You have finally grown beyond the prescriptions of your idols. Despite my legend, Ghaul is flesh. His words are only words. Like yours.
There is a difference. Mine are better.
Hell yeah.
Was that it then? If
think
dead
so.
men and sanctimony are all Calus has to threaten me, he might as well turn the Leviathan around and run.
Now the question is, did we do all this in time, or did Calus successfully fuse himself with the pyramid?
It is strange. What we are to those around us, and what we are not. The Dominus was a hero to my people, self-made and defiant. He inspired many, but the Leviathan's trickeries allowed me to see Ghaul as the Vanguard did. Dangerous, relentless, cruel. Those were qualities I embodied to survive Calus's interpretation of fatherhood. They kindled in me a stifling reliance on self, on action, and nothing else. Most of all, Cabal wished to be seen. Our conquests recognized and ratified by the shockwaves they send through the Empire. The impact we leave. But an endless war in pursuit of glory leaves only ashes.
Yeah.
When I am gone, it won't be the impact of my conquests that shape the Empire. Instead, it will be the quiet of peace in the company of allies. Well fought, Guardian.
That's awesome. This is Caiatl fully accepting her new role as sort of a peacemaker among the Cabal, and I really, really like to see it for the Cabal. I hope we get to see it more for more of the Fallen other than just Mithrax. And y'all know I do want the Hive to have a chance, at least at a brief moment of good.
Empress told me what happened. How are you?
Tired and old.
But do you feel like a legend, Caiatl?
She also said tired and old. Dude, these rituals are draining.
I will break you in half, small man.
I can't imagine it was easy.
Can I just say, I kind of ship Caiatl and Zavala together. Their interactions are so, like, sweet in their own way. I love seeing them together.
That confrontation after all this time. Mine wasn't.
You are not mistaken. I know what Ghaul is to your people. A symbol of death, ruthless ambition. But he was so much more than that to me. He was an idol, an inspiration to all Cabal. Even though he was born to a low station, he rose. How he rose.
Yeah.
I was blinded by the light of his accomplishments. unable to see the man inside, unable to see his self-aggrandizing corruption. I refused to believe he was as much like my father as he was.
There was a moment back when I was reacting to the Red War where I thought Ghaul might have a change of heart, a difference of agenda, because he was so frustrated that the light wasn't choosing him when he thought he did everything right, that I thought he was going to change up his behavior, but then he just full send.
Repulses me how much I still feel for them both, in spite of everything they became.
It's hard to challenge your idols. Even harder to make the decision that you'll be different. But then you look back on your life, your own mistakes, and you wonder how you'll be judged when all is said and done. I'll never know Ghaul as you did, but I know you, Caiatl. I see you.
That is all anyone can ask for. To be seen as they are.
They need to kiss. I need these two to kiss.
It is as I feared. We were too late.
Oh.
In spite of our efforts, the lunar pyramid has surged to life, and the depths of the moon roar with this monumental change. Calus has assumed control. But all may not be lost. Calus's psychic imprint is massive. Like a snail coiled within its shell, not all of him has slithered out of the Leviathan and into the pyramid. If we strike now, as one, at the heart of Calus's presence within the Leviathan, we may yet be able to prevent him from turning the power of the pyramid against us. A ritual of this size will require a massive amount of power, and all of our combined efforts. Crow, Caiatl, and Zavala will need to coordinate with you.
Wait, are we gonna have our Saturday morning cartoon beat the bad guy together moment? I need it. I hook it to my veins, dude.
Return to the Leviathan. Gather the reagents we need to perform one last ritual, and perhaps, just perhaps, we will be able to prevent disaster.
I was surprised to see Ghaul as your friend.
I'm sure he would prefer to be remembered as you knew him. Fearsome and terrifying. But I'm happy you saw him as I did. The finest mentor I ever knew.
Do you remember, Zavala? The night we buried Hakim? The gun in your hand, the moon at your back, and your ghost.
You saved him. Saved him from me.
You would not have hurt him, Zavala. It would have only been more death.
You couldn't have known that. What did you see? A desperate man, dangerous with grief. I would have pulled the trigger.
What I saw was a broken man holding a gun to his own heart. He would have sooner killed himself.
This is it. No margin for error. Eris, Crow, Caiatl, get into position and plant your amplifiers. Guardian, straight down the middle. Go make some noise and draw Calus's forces to you. Amplifier set. Status report.
My amplifier is set, and I am in position in the throne room. My coward of a father is nowhere to be found.
Working on it. I've got a lot of heat back here.
My amplifier is set, but loyalists are converging on my position. Calus is not fooled by our attempt at a diversion.
Do you hear that?
Caiatl, what is it? Caiatl?
Her comms are being blocked. Guardian, get to the throne room and see what's going on.
We're going down.
Amplifier set! Heading to...
Crow? Crow, report. Eris, can you reach him?
I'm already on my way.
Guardian, stick to the plan. Find Calus and...
They're all getting overrun. Haven't seen this room in a long time.
The others are not with you? Then we do this alone.
I think that's kind of against the message of everything that we've just been going through, and that you should be doing this with other people. But it's Caiatl. It's a date with Caiatl. I'm down for it.
Father! Do you see me? Show yourself!
I see you, daughter. I see your failures, your doubts, your fears. You could have stood at my side, but instead, you chose this.
Emperor Calus, Herald of the Witness.
Hope you don't mind, but I couldn't resist a chance to be a hero one last time.
Oh my
Calus!
I will raise defenses.
This is going to hurt. A lot.
The real Uldren redemption.
There's nothing to fear.
You are safe by my side, Guardian.
It's my Saturday morning cartoon moment. The nightmares get to help, dude. That's awesome. You what? You what? Oh. That little smile at the end hurt me. Why am I so emotional over freaking Uldren, dude? This is just wrong. Like the actual Uldren.
Where is Calus?
Dead. He has given himself over to the witness. My father is gone.
Oh no.
Sophie.
Oh, the small action of Caiatl putting her hand on Zavala's back to comfort him is just, that whole scene was gorgeous. Holy crap. I knew that Destiny had some great story moments to share, but I didn't expect waterfall from this freaking game, dude. What a beautiful, beautiful moment.
All our strength, we barely stopped Calus. This was not a victory, Guardian. It has merely bought us time. Calus has become an emissary of the Witness. He is the harbinger of the second collapse. For all we know, this was Calus's plan from the beginning, luring Guardians to his side with promises of riches and lavishing them with praise, only to slaughter all of humanity at the behest of a voice whispering to him in the dark. Calus may be gone, but the Leviathan remains, and it will take months to clear out the remaining nightmares and assure it is no longer a threat. But even those efforts may be for naught. We have reached the point of no return.
Oh no.
The Witness is near.
He's coming.
It is the beginning of the end.
Oh, he's coming.
I remember Toro Battle. How the crowds would take to the streets in celebration of the Empire's victories. Cheering until the sun rose above the city.
When I close my eyes, I can still see the mountains and the seas. The lush jungles where wild war beasts hunted in packs. That is all gone now. Likely overrun with hive chitin and rotten fungus. The same as this accursed ship.
Then keep Toro Battle's memory as you keep mine. And when the time comes, avenge what has been lost.
Wow. Wow. I wouldn't expect Ghaul's words to ever make me emotional, but this season is just killing me. Oh, I hope this is the end of the catharsis for this season.
I received your last message.
I can't handle anymore.
Whatever reckless plan brings you to the reef need not be shared with the Vanguard or the Guardian. But keep me informed at the very least. Those haunted here have found a measure of peace, but it takes more than resolve to overcome one's regrets. We have both felt it. How a moment of pain can weave into the whole of our lives. How it binds us to patterns of thought and action. I have stared into the eyes of my pain made manifest, pleaded with it, raged at it. What face would your nightmare wear?
Probably Cade's.
For so long, I believed peace was beyond my reach. No more. I have found it in guiding others down the same path that saved me. But I might allow myself to want more than peace. What? I am not certain.
Yeah. What more would you
Is
want
joy
than
the
peace?
word?
Oh.
Might I find that again?
Oh.
You told me to live my life. There is more truth in you than either of us would care to admit. I have something that will be of interest to you. The lunar pyramid remains rife with secrets.
Eris just wants to be happy. More than peace, she just wants to be happy. Oh, my heart.
Meet with me, and we will discuss what I have found. Take care, Rat.
Okay, so that is it for Season of the Haunted. What a beautiful season. When I first started reacting to Destiny, I knew that there was great story beats in here from friends, but I had no idea that it was gonna hit this level of catharsis and joy and sadness, and I'm just so excited for what comes next. Crow's growth and even Uldren's closure has just been so good. I care more about Zavala now than I ever have. I've been kind of hot and cold with him, but this has really solidified him as just a beautifully told story with a rich backstory full of trauma, and yet he still leads people despite all the grief that he's been carrying. Caiatl's character development has been an absolute joy to watch in just the growth that the Cabal can have. And overall, Season of the Haunted has just been absolutely incredible. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, consider subscribing for the rest of my Destiny journey, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye!